18.
Hear ye therefore parables of the sower. Now hear ye therefore the parable of the sower.
Exactly, the parable of the sower. Right? That's what we're doing right now. Right? We're out sowing seeds. The seeds of these words. Right? Read on.
When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catches away that was sown in his heart. This is he which received seed by the wayside.
Exactly. You understand? That seed I received the seed by the wayside. See that? Read on.
But he that received the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word and then anon with joy receiveth it.
Right, meaning he was happy to receive the word. That he was happy to receive the word. Read on.
Yet has he not root in himself, but dureth for a while.
Right, he endureth for a while. He have no root within himself. So he enduring for a while. Read on.
But when tribulation or persecution arises because of the word, by and by he is offended.
By and by he is offended. You understand? And what does it mean when it says he's offended? It means to distrust, right? To desert the one whom he should trust and obey, meaning he turned his back on the Lord. And that's what's going to happen in these last days. When persecution arises for this word, the ones who think they're in it, right? When persecution arises because of it, watch and see how much of them are going to turn their back on this scripture. I mean, turn their back on the word. Turn their back on the Bible, turn their back on the Lord. You understand? Don't give me on Luke. Matter of fact, give me, read out the 22 real quick and then give me Luke.
He also that received seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the cares of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful.
You hear that? Read that again now.
Also that received the seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word.
Right? One who get it among thorns, right? Is he that heareth the word, read on.
The cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word.
Exactly. You hear that? The cares of the world, the deceitfulness of riches. And that's what a lot of people sold out for. Like your pastors with their 501c3 charter, as well as you have men in Israel, the Israelites, who have also have that 501c3 charter. They sold out for that. For what? That filthy lucre. Right? That filthy lucre, read on.
And he becometh unfruitful.
And he becometh unfruitful. Now give me Luke 14. Give me Luke 14. See, and that's the thing with this thing, man. You got to know what you're actually getting into with the Bible. Right? You have to know what you're actually getting into. This is serious business. It's serious work. You're going to be held accountable. Right? Everybody's going to be held accountable. Read what you got. 28.
All right, it reads. For which of you intended to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he is sufficient to finish it.
Right. If you plan to build a tower, right, you plan to build a house, whatever it is you plan to build, don't you sit down first and count the cost, whether you could finish the project you're about to start? Don't you have to see first, plan it out? Right? At least go through it in your mind to see if you can finish what you're about to start. It's like you're going to start a race. Don't you have to get yourself together first to make sure that you can actually finish the race before you even start it? Read on.
Lest happily, after he has laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him.
Exactly. So if you start something you can't finish it, the people who see that you started and couldn't finish, they're going to start mocking you. You're going to be a mocking stock. You understand? Because you started something and you could not finish. So when you come into this knowledge, into this truth, you wake up to be an Israelite, right? You better you better keep this until the end, right? You better put your action, put your game face on, right? And do this work until the end. That's what I mean. You better do this work until the end. But that's what it's about. At the end of it all is doing the work until the end. Right, read on.
Saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. Or what king, going to make war against another king, sitteth not down first and consulting whether he is able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000. Or else, when the other is yet a great way off, he sendeth an ambassador and desireth conditions of peace. So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he has cannot be my disciple.
Exactly. If you're not ready to put it all on the line, you cannot be the Lord's disciple. Check that out. Right? If you're not willing and able and ready to put it all on the line, you cannot be the Lord's disciple. Read that part again now.
So likewise, whosoever he be of you, and forsaketh not all that he has, he cannot be my disciple.
Right? If you're not willing to put it all on the line, you can't be the Lord's disciple. You understand? Give me Matthew 19. But let's see what the disciples did back then. The same thing applies for us today. The same thing applies for us today, what they did back then. Remember, he said, if you're not willing to forsake all, you can't be a disciple. If you're not willing to put it all on the line, you can't be the Lord's disciple. Read what you got. 27.
Read. But those mine enemies,
Matthew 19:27. Yes. 27.
Slack. Matthew 19, verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee.
Exactly. Did you hear what he said? They put it all on the line. They said, we have forsaken all and follow you. Read on.
What shall we have therefore?
What's the reward for it? Right? What are we going to have in return? Read on.
And Yahweh shall said unto them, Verily I say to you, that ye which have followed me in a regeneration,
reincarnation, read on,
when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall also sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Exactly. You see that? Read on.
And every one that has forsaken house or brethren or sister or father or mother or wife or children or lands or for my name's sake shall receive an hundredfold and shall inherit everlasting life.
Exactly. You see that? So whatever you forsake for the Lord's sake to do his will, you shall receive a great reward, 100-fold. You understand? 100-fold. But only a man who's serious and who's sincerely seeking the Lord would do such things. This ain't the work for the faint-hearted. You understand? Only serious men are required to come here into this knowledge, into this truth. Right? Because a lot is expected from you. Right? Number one, you have to get the hell out of the world. Leave all this madness alone. Right? Humble yourself and seek the one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Yahweh Shai Mashiach in sincerity and in truth, right? And believe in him, right? And do the work. And I can't stress that, and do the work, because faith without work is dead, right? I'll show you my faith by my work. Look, I'm doing the work right now. You understand? And it's not just this I'm doing, it's how I live my life. It's how I deal, it's how I carry myself.